Every girl's looking for a sharp chest. Man, she got legs. Hey there, guys. So much for my singing career. But thought I'd do a little short video here, something I just built recently. It's been, probably about 6, 7, maybe 8 years since I built a model car. And this one brings back a lot of, younger years. I'd say, let's see, in the 80s when this came out. The music. I was in my 20s, early 20s. So this just brings back a lot of fun time memories, party years. I still listen to some of the same music. Now that I'm getting older, I guess you'd call it oldies, but it was popular back then, and to me, it's still popular now. But anyway, ZZ Top Eliminator, one of the greatest albums that they did. I think probably their best. And I couldn't resist building a model car just for nostalgia and to reminisce. So this is my ZZ Top Eliminator car. I just built this about a week ago. Had a lot of fun building this car. It's a pretty cool model kit. Wasn't as bad as a lot of people talk with the issues. This is the reissued. It's not the original issue. So this is the one that just came out like about a year ago or so. But it turned out to be a pretty cool little model. I'm debating I might do a little diorama eventually. Maybe do like a roadway, like in the video where it's parked on this on a like a 2-lane road, and maybe do some grass and tumbleweed and stuff. Maybe carve out some dowels and saguaro cactuses like down in Texas and that. That little old town in Texas. But anyway, so much for my ZZ Top impersonations and singing. I'll stick to making models in my day job. But anyway, I thought I'd share this little video and all that, and show off my little reminiscent car, I call it. Start out with the kit wasn't bad to build. I use liquid cement, Plastruct, Plastaweld, mainly because the top. Now the thing that most of the guys complain about this model is not so much the whole top, but mainly the back corner on the right back side of the roof. Big gap issues and stuff. Now, pretty much the first thing I did was I glued on the fenders to the body and everything. Make sure the body there was no twist, warpage, or nothing like that, and that looked all pretty good. So then I glued on the roof. They say that in order to install the interior seat and everything, you got to leave the roof off. Well, if you do that, it's gonna be kind of hard to paint it and stuff. And if you paint it and then glue it, you're gonna have to do a lot of touch up work, maybe possibly some sanding. So I did the roof first. Basically, all I did, I just set that on there. I did have a little gap, but nothing. I mean, I might have been able to fit maybe a little couple thicknesses, like a sheet of paper or something to there, but nothing really major. And once I used the Plastruct, I glued it I applied the cement from the inside of the body. It took real nice, and I didn't have any kind of issue where I needed to use filler or anything at all. So I was pretty happy. I was expecting a lot worse and everything. As far as the hood, I did glue on the side pieces of the hood. They're very thin, and if you don't glue on, it's gonna be hard to position everything and keep it there when you put the top of the hood on. So I did glue the sides. I don't plan on opening up the side of the hood. I did leave the top removable and stuff like that, so I can open up and show off the engine and stuff. The front grille, I masked off all the ribs and stuff, and because the outer edges, that's supposed to be the same color as the rest of the body and all that. I'm probably going to try to go in there maybe with a wash or even some flat black acrylic paint and just paint it, and then do the chipping effect, with my fingernail or something where I don't scrape the chrome. But they're very tiny lines in there, and I don't want to take a chance of messing things up. And it looks good like it is, but I think a little bit of black in there, it'd make it look like it would be more see-through and stuff, like the regular grill, or just slats with some spacing between them. But you can kind of tell those are very fine little grooves and everything, and I don't know how it would work out stuff. So I might give it a go around. I may not. So other than that, let's see what else. Here's the other side of it and stuff. The undercarriage did pretty good. I did the engine in aluminum. The frame it's all flat black. Other parts I did with the aluminum paint, steel paint, wherever called for. The exhaust tips, I did drill them out a bit as far as I could go inside, with just enough diameter left to them where they look like they're hollowed out. And then I just painted the inside of the tips flat black and everything. Gas cap is all painted. I got the clear red on my tail light lenses. I thought about doing lighting on this, putting a little SMD in each headlight, and there would have been enough room to drill down through the fender, run wires and everything, or and maybe do a fiber optic in the tail lights or something. But it's a little too small, and I just wanted to make a decent looking car model because it's something I haven't done in quite a long time. The decals, they laid down real nice. I did use a little micro sol in the not microsol solva set. That's what I use for my decals in the door creases, just to get them to conform to the crease and all that. But other than that, they laid down pretty smooth. Didn't have no issues with getting a position right or nothing. As far as my paint goes, I used Rust-Oleum. It's called Apple Red. It's a fairly bright red. I thought about doing this in a Metal Flake red, a candy red, but the actual car is not a metallic paint. It's just a straight out bright red, almost like an orangey red, which I think that's the result I got here and everything. My aluminum wheels I sprayed over with just a dull coat. They're actually chrome in the kit, but I sprayed them with the dull coat so they look more like the aluminum rather than the bright chrome. And also did that with the underside, with the exhaust and the headers. With the I sprayed them with the dull coat, so it looks more like a aluminum stainless steel. Stainless steel is kind of on the dull side and stuff, unless you take and brush the hell out of it. Got all the decals in my interior and all that, which I think that looks pretty cool and all that. And interior I did the same color as the body, and I just sprayed everything with a flat finish after everything was done to seal it. Another thing now, like I was saying, they tell you to leave the roof off and you install the seat from the top. Well, like I said, you'd have to do a lot of fixing on your paint and stuff if you glue the roof on last and everything. So, but you can get the seat, you can fit it in from underneath. Basically what I did, the seat, it's got two little, I use a pointer even though the doors don't open. The seat has two little mounting tabs, and it sits raised up off the floorboard a bit. And in order to get the seat to sit at the right angle and height, what I did underneath the seat, I built up with some styrene. I cut little square pieces of styrene and built up like a seat frame, like you'd have almost in a regular car. That way I had it glued down nice and solid, and it was sitting at the right height. If you just glued the two front tabs, then the seat had a tendency to sit back on an angle. So I glued the seat down, and I built up my little framework underneath it and glued it to the frame and to the underside of the seat, so it was sitting straight with the floorboard rather than on an angle. And when I popped it up through there, I was able to had to do a little prying of the body, spreading the two sides of the body apart a little bit to get it in there, but it fit in there just right. Got my inner door panels in there, the decals. Got the window cranks. I did them with some aluminum paint. Steering wheel center is done with some aluminum, as well as the dashboard's aluminum with black for the gauges, and then there's a little vent in the center of the dash, kind of, that's done with aluminum. Another thing, before I put the interior, the frame closure all up, I had to get the windows in. Front window wasn't too much a problem. The front one fits inside the chrome frame. And then there's a couple little tabs. I just dabbed them with some liquid cement and got them glued in from the inside, and it fit real nice. I had to do a little scraping to clear some plastic along the bottom edge of the window, on the hood, down by the hood area, to get that frame to fit in there snugly and fit. Otherwise, it didn't want to fit all the way in there. I guess probably because of the chrome plating and stuff. The back window, it is a little of a challenge, but because inside, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but inside behind the seat, there's a little ledge back there, and with the roof on, it's like getting into going around the corner to get that little piece of plastic in there. So what I did was, first thing I did, I put some canopy glue around the outer edge of the window. That would be sitting up against the plastic, the inside of the roof. And what I did then, I took a piece of masking tape rolled up sticky side out, like that. I stuck that to the window, and I was able to get in there with my finger. And I already had the canopy glue on there. I was able to stick my finger up in there, press the window in place. I held it there for a little while till the canopy glue starts setting up. And then I gently pulled my finger away and left the tape on the window. I left it sit there till it was till the canopy glue was all dry. Then all I had to do was reach in there with my trusty little pointer, pop the piece of tape off, and that was the easiest way I could figure out getting it in there. You couldn't reach in there with tweezers because it was like almost like in a little cubby hole, all blocked up from getting access to it. So, but that's the easiest way I was able to figure out how to get that in there, and it turned out pretty good. Of course, my running boards, I did those in flat black. I seen a lot of pictures of the car. Some of the pictures, some of the videos, they show it with mirrors. Some show a mirror on both sides. Some show no mirror at all. The kit came with one mirror. I had to drill a little hole to mount the mirror because there was no little hole for the little extension of the mirror to fit into. So I had to pop a little hole in there just deep enough to get the mirror, to glue it to some solid plastic and everything. As far as my engine goes, I thought about doing some spark plug wires, ignition wires and stuff like that. Didn't go that route. That's kind of cramped in there and all that. And you can see there's not a lot of space on the sides. I did remove the chrome from the Z on top of the air cleaner. All the chrome parts on the engine I did with the dull coat, so they look like more like a brushed aluminum rather than a bright shiny chrome. But I'm happy with the way everything turned out. And there's a fun little model to build. Like I said, it didn't take long at all. It was a couple day build, mainly let all the paint dry and stuff. And once I was done with the paint, before I started assembling, putting windows and all that stuff in, I just used Model Master clear gloss for my sealer and stuff. I do that after I put the decals, so the decals got the same clear coat over them as the rest of the car. I thought it was a pretty cool little model. Brings back, like I said, brings back a lot of younger years memories and stuff. The fun times going to parties, drinking a lot of beer, listening to rock and roll. I still listen to most of the same kind of music. The only thing nowadays it's considered oldies, but that's what I grew up with, and that's the music I enjoy. I still like ZZ Top was my favorite group. I was more the heavy metal couple group and the rock and roll, the hard rock and stuff. But ZZ Top was up there on my list, and a lot of high school dances and all that, going to parties. It's a part of a lot of what we listen to. The only thing I got is issue with is the way the hood sits on there. It's got that little gap in there, but it's no big deal. It's just it's a cool little model. It was a lot of fun to work on. I think it turned out pretty decent and stuff. And like I said, I'm thinking about really making a diorama for it, and kind of giving it that southwestern effect to the diorama and stuff. And if I do make a diorama, I will pop up a video on it. Maybe I'll work on something like that over the weekend coming up or something when I get some time. But I just wanted to show off the little model car I built. It's like I said, it's a long time since I built a model car. Used the Hobby Lobby 40% off discount, so it wasn't too badly priced, and I said, what the hell, go for it and stuff. I just had the urge to build something other than sci-fi and something simple, something with not a lot of lighting and a lot of drilling and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool little car. So, I used to have a custom 4x4 that I built up on my own, and with the lift kit and the bigger tires and the custom wheels and the roll bar and all the KC lights on it and stuff. I used to do car shows, and used to be around a lot of guys that had street rods, 34 Fords and stuff like that. So it kind of brings back memories of those good old days. That was like 25 years ago, actually, back in the early 90s. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked my little model, the ZZ Top Eliminator. And I'm thinking about, even if I do a diorama, I might try to do something with with the set of legs, like you see in the one video where all you see is her legs and then the car between her legs. I was thinking about doing something like that, even finding going to a yard sale or something. If I can find an old Barbie doll or something, just use the legs to kind of something. I thought it would be something pretty cool, and kind of like a little funny take off on it and stuff to go back and kind of copy like a video, a picture from one of their videos or something like that. But anyway, either way, I did save the box art with the 3 little album cutouts and stuff, which I do have those. So I did save that box art. Maybe work something like that into the display or something, prop it up like that. But anyway, that's my ZZ Top Eliminator Ford Coupe, and hope you guys liked it. Hope you enjoy. Hope you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like or dislike button, leave comments, questions. Get back to you as soon as possible, and I'm willing to take criticism, and I'll also answer questions to the best of my know-how. So until the next time, all you guys take care. Happy modeling. We'll see you. Bye.